Welcome, respected friends. Let us again try our best to study the Upanishads. A wonderful heart you all have, inclination you all have to study Shastra. May the inclination become intense, efforts become sincere and to the point, and results should come without any delay. Prayers to the Divine, to the Lord, to the Guru Parampara, that it should happen to all of us. Pray the Parabrahma Ishvara, Jaganmata, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana be always with us. All these endeavors may we day in and day out grow, grow mainly spiritually only. Spiritual growth alone is called as growth, in which the Siddhanta Jnana Spashtata, Sadhana Jnana Spashtata, Yogyata Jnana Spashtata, and prayatna for obtaining the yogyata, prayatna of doing the sadhana, and even experiencing the consequent evolutionary results. This is called real growth or development. May we involve in all these few sadhanas uh, as every day, bringing all our focus. Mangalacharana Shloka, Guru Parampara Mantras, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Ucharana, Upanishad Mantra Adhyanam, Vedic chanting we will do. One more Rishi, Gayatri Mantra we chant, and a little thought about our common sense. Okay. The study is of the great Chandogya Upanishad. In that, out of 8 chapters, first one we are studying Udgita Vidya, you can call it as. Pranava Mahima, we are told, so that we are convinced to take this Pranava, the OMKARA, as an alambana for us to do the Paramatma Upasana. Upasana is always of Paramatma. Because whom else you do the Upasana when Paramatma alone is the provider and giver of everything. Alambanas can be many. So here the Pranava is the alambana for the Paramatma Upasana we are taught. That Pranava is Paramatma's Abhidhana, Paramatma's Pratika, and Sakala Vedanteshu Upanishatsu. This Pranava is accepted as the Shrestha Alambana. Not only theoretical, but so many of the sadhakas reached to great heights because of they have taken the pranava as alambana for their upas. More and more understandings about this pranava when we have, more we will be convinced. Then that conviction should lead for us to practically do the upasana with the help of Om. And why the upasana? Chitta ekagrata, chitta shuddhi. Why the ekagrata and shuddhi? For the shravana manana chintana through the mahavakya on the substratum, the reality. Why shravana manana nididhyasana? To realize the reality. Why the realization of reality? Because in that realization of reality, moksha, the uttama purushartha. Moksha from what? All the bandhana. All the bandhana is from what? from the unreal only, from the not self only. See that sequence of the items or the thoughts should be very, very clear in our heart. Right, friends? Let us start. Om, 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 Om Sahanavavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ओम सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्तसाध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवतादर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरन्तर शास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्न शाश्वतसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओमत सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषद पूज्य आद्य शंकर भगवत्पाद विरचित मंगलाचरण श्लोकः। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। अथ उपनिषदः शांति मंत्रः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ओम शांति 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 फर्स्ट खंड पारायणम ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः ओम ओमित्येतदक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपासीत ओम इति हि उद्गायते तस्य उपव्याख्यानम् येषां भूतानां पृथिवीरसः पृथिव्याः आपोरसः अवाम् ओषधयो रसः ओषधीनां पुरुषो रसः पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः वाचः ऋग्रसः रुचः सामरसः साम्नः उद्गीतो रसः सः एषः रसानागं रसतमः परमः परार्ध्यः अष्टमः अयमुद्गीतः कतमा कतमर्कतम कतमा कतमर्क कतमत् साम कतमः कतम उद्गीत इति विमृष्टं भवते वागे वरुक प्राणः साम ओम इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः तद्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद्वाक्च प्राणश्च ऋक्च साम च तदेतत् मिथुनम् ओम इति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे सगं सृज्यते यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आवयतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम् आवैताः वै कामानां भवति यः एतत् एवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तद्वा एतत् अनुज्ञा अक्षरं यद्धि किञ्च अनुजानाति ओम इति एव तद् आह एषः एव समृद्धिर्यदनुज्ञा समर्थयिताः वै कामानां भवते य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तेन इयं त्रयी विद्या वर्तते ॐ इति आश्रावयते ॐ इति शगंसते ॐ इति उद्गायते एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य अवचित्यै महिम्ना रसेन तेन उभौ कुरुतः यश्च एतदेवं वेद यश्च न वेद नानाथ विद्या च अविद्या च यदेव विद्यया करोति श्रद्धया उपनिषदा तदेव वीर्यवत्तरं भवति इति खलु एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य उपव्याख्यानं भवति. See that daily chanting is making it familiar for us. Daily listening and studying is giving the understanding about what is given in this Upanishad. And with the Adi Shankara Bhagavan's Bhashya, the subject is more and more clearly understood. And through that, the Marga Darshana of the Mukta Rishis, for all of us also to get Mukti, those knowledges, Jnanams we are getting. So it's all a very beautiful, joyful practice, performance or endeavor. Okay, now having done our Sankalpas, Prarthanas, Upanishad Parayanam, now the Upanishad Adhyanam. In that Adhyanam, Narayana, we have seen Om iti etadaksharam, Om iti etadaksharam udgitam, and what is a suggestion by the Gurus and Shruti Mata? Upasita. Why Om is called Udgita? Because Om iti Udgayati. But tell little more about the Omkara for us to be convinced to take it as the Alambana for the Paramatma Upasana. Tasya Upavyakyanam. Okay. we will do the Upavyakyanam of that Om. So, in that Upavyakyanam, what are the topics covered? Evam Upasanam, Evam Vibhutihi, Evam Phalam. So, this is how Shankara Bhagavan's Bhashya explains to us the present mantra and gives an idea about the next mantra and tells us the connection between these mantras and tells us as to how the whole subject is related to spirituality and how that spirituality is related to us. So that, and then we know how the spirituality helps us. So, this is how our intellects have to become sharper and subtler to catch the entire connection communication. So, Tasya Upa Vyakhyana. A very precise commentary about how the Upasana to be done, what is the Mahima of this Upasana and the Upasya Omkara, Phala. What is the Phala? Then, the first Upavyakhyana mein, the Rasata is taken. In that, the Rasa of the first is the second, Rasa of the second is the third, in that way. The rasa of the seventh is the eighth one, that is true. Therefore, the eighth one is the rasanam rasatamaha. Okay. What is rasaha? The three words used are gatihi, parayinam, avashtambaha. So, the gati you can take it as the cause of the presentation or the production or cause, the mula karana. Then the second one we call it as Parayanam, the Sthiti. Then Avastambha is called as Laya. So the Srushti Sthiti Laya of the one is in the two, of the two is in the three, like that. Gati, Parayanam, Avastambha. And then while that is explained, it is not one homogeneous routine thing. We have to be intelligent there to catch. Like when it is said, the Oshadhi or the Rasa of Purusha, confusion is what? Because of the Oshadhi, Purusha is alive. Therefore, Oshadhi should be greater than Purusha. That type of tendency, that type of sense of understanding comes. But here in the Prasanga, it is other way around. That the Purusha is greater than Oshadhi any day. And the Oshadhis are in the, Oshadhis are fulfilled in the making of Purusha. Therefore, the Purusha is great. We gave the example so many, like the Pratigrahita is great. Raja is great, we say, but there is another way of looking at it, that the subjects, the Praja also are great. Isn't it? If they are not accepting the Raja, not following the rules and regulations, creating all the chaos, confusions and riots, what can the Raja do? Isn't it? It is complementary. Yes, Rama Rajya mein Raja is Rama, great. The same time, the Praja in the Rama Rajya also are great. Otherwise, the Rama cannot rule. Reciprocation. With those examples, wherever the doubts come here, they have to be sorted out. And our intellect should always be tuned to this thought that what is said by our Shruti Mata is correct. And this acceptance of ours, what Shruti Mata said is right, is not for Shruti Mata, it is for us. So that one, we get a strong alambana for our upasana, keep on doing and growing. Other is to keep quiet or to shut our mind, which is always questioning. which is always doubting, which is always putting in front so many alternatives, which therefore is not allowing us to do something certainly and substantial. ये हमारा मन को रोकने के, as the mind brings so many bhoga to distract us, even in sadhana kala, it brings so many samshayas and all that. As we told you, why Om, why not something? Isn't it? Why not Om, why something? Just do it, that's it. You understand? Then the mind is dissatisfied when it is not entertained. Then again it tries in another way, in another way. Totally like a naughty child, mind drags our attention, not allowing us to attend to the reality. That aspect is curbed, curtailed when we uh, think in such lines by which we accept what is said by Shruti Mata. There are two things. What is said by Shruti Mata is right because I have understood intellectually. Second, wherever I have not understood intellectually, still it is right because it is said by Shruti Mata. Isn't it? Shruti and Guru and parents. ये तीनों का ऐसा ही होता है. I accept what my parents told because I have understood. Other thing is what I have not understood, but I accept because it is told by my parents. बात खत्म. Here, our ego and our mind are controlled. In spirituality, nothing outer is the achievement. It is inner achievement. And in that inner achievement, the achievement is losing only. Losing of this ego and mind. In the gaining of the substrate. थोड़ा ये बातें कभी कभी स्मरण करना चाहिए. Though they are subtle, but we have to grow to understand those subtle things also one day. Okay, so in this way, सर्वेषां भूतानां पृथिवीरसः, पृथिव्याः आपः रसः, अपाम् ओषधयः रसः, ओषधीनां पुरुषः रसः, पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः, वाचः ऋग्रसः, रुचः सामः रसः, साम्नः प्रस्तुत प्रसंग उक्त उद्गीतः ओंकारः रसः. More contemplation, more clarity will come to us. So, tasyapi samnah udgitah prakrutatvat omkarah rasatamah or sarataraha. Evam, in this way, having told, the third mantra is summing up of all above. We saw that. What is it? Saha eshaha rasanagam rasatamah paramaha parardhyaha ashtamaha yadudgitaha. In that way. Remember, in this world, for anything, nobody can convince us completely. They can give some data, some inspiration. If you want some initiation, some push, some help. Then doing it, getting the result, it is in our hands to get convinced. है ना? अब लाख गुरु आकर भी 1000 बार बोले about the Omkara's prashastya or greatness, I will not be convinced till I myself do the upasana and get the result. Isn't it? Not only here the topic Omkara upasana, even the other things. Let us say the values, the devotional aspects, and the speaking truth, being honest. These are all, it's not that 1000 people tell me I get convinced. No guarantee that I get convinced because somebody tells. I get convinced by my choice. देख लो. Yes, it is in my hands. Like coming to these Upanishad classes every day. What can I do to convince you? What can I do if you are not convinced? If you are convinced, I need not do anything at all. You know it, it is in your heart. The Upanishads give us Brahma Vidya, the Moksha Vidya. Studying the Upanishads, understanding the Upanishads, doing the sadhana said in the Upanishads is the highest, greatest, divine, most ultimate endeavor of a human being. There cannot be anything greater than this for a human being. If you have understood it, it's your conviction. You come. Agony. Even after saying this sentence also, if it is not convincing to you, कोई गुरु कुछ नहीं कर सकता. इसने भगवान never took for granted his own teachings to Arjuna that I told that this fellow will get convinced. No, no, no. He doesn't want to get disappointed. Because if he thinks that he has convinced Arjuna, if Arjuna is not convinced, then he will be disappointed. No? Therefore he said, Yathechasi tatha kuru. Your choice it is. I am not. But he was ready. Vimrushe Eshadasheshena ki he asks अर्जुन को कि क्या तुम्हारे सारे संशय दूर हो गए क्या? डू यू वांट कच्चिदेत श्रुतं पार्थ त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा कच्चिद अज्ञान सम्मोहः प्रणष्टः. I am ready to supply more data. Yeah, is your delusion born out of ignorance? Has it gone away? Like the doctor having given treatment. Ask the patient, कैसे हैं आप? ठीक है? दवाई बदलूं मैं और कुछ नहीं? डॉक्टर साहब मैं ठीक हूँ. So like that, the Arjuna said ki nashto moha, etc. Okay, now of this Pranava Omkaras, Mahima Gana or Upavyakyana, in this concluding, matlab second shloka, Saha Eshaha Rasanam Rasatamaha Paramaha Parardhyaha Ashtamaha Yadudgitaha. Now that we have to go deep into that and feel that. Saha Eshaha, that this topic, that this object, that this thing which is the subject of the topic, the Udgita, the Omkara. Therefore, Rasanam Rasatama. It is a rasa of all the rasas. So that rasa word specially used by Shruti Mata to say that the best among all and essence among all. That is the meaning of rasa. Best among all and essence of all. The heart of all. The root of all, the substratum of all. Rasanam Rasatama. And Paramaha, that is Utkrishta it is. There is nothing greater than this. हम गुरु कहकर आगे जाते हैं. We have to feel for ourselves. Isn't it? We have to feel that our effort to change our mind intellect and tune it to the Shruti and Guru is our job. वो अपने आप नहीं होता. It is my, like for example, you come regularly to class. Still, I may not, my mind may not like, or my mind may not respect you if I leave it to itself. Isn't it? But if I am conscious, I can put an effort, no? That these people coming class, even one day, how much of punya karma they have done, how much of the Guru Krupa, Rishi Krupa they have, that they are finding time to sit for this class. So with this, my thinking, my choice, my understanding, I can respect it. Isn't it? Left to my mind, it won't respect. It has its own moods. It has its own other data. Isn't it? That is not right way of living life. The right is this one, which helps us, that is right spiritually. In the same way, this is called as Paramaha. Guru said, अब उसको साबित करो. अरे यार ऐसा नहीं होता. You do it, खुद को साबित होता. Nobody in this world can convince us about anybody, anything. याद रख लो. It is we have to get convinced. That's why व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि एक ही है कुरु अंदर. It is you have to come to that Nishchayatmika Buddhi. Otherwise, Bahushakai Anantascha Buddhaya Avyavasayana. So, Saha Eshaha Rasanam Rasatamaha Saha Eshaha Paramaha. Then Pararthyaha. That Parardhya Shabda we will restudy. Then move ahead. Ki Parardhya means Ardham means Sthanam. Sthanam means the support for it them to stay. Param cha tadardham cha parardham. So param means supreme, the greatest of the sthanam, greatest of the support of all of them is the meaning of parardham. Then yakara is added. It is not only parardha but parardhyam. Parardhya means in that way it has to be considered that omkara. It deserves to be taken by us as pararth. It is not pararth. Parartha is Parabrahma only. That is our goal. नहीं तो इधर अटक जाते हमें छोड़ना भी नहीं अटकना भी नहीं छोड़ना नहीं मीन्स वी मस्ट टेक ओमकार एज आलम्बना उपासना अटकना नहीं मीन्स गोल इज नॉट ओमकार और उपासना गोल इज अंतकरण शुद्धि फॉलोड बाय इट द ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा ब्रह्म प्राप्ति सो देयरफॉर हियर परार्ध्या मीन्स अर्धः स्थानम so parahacha ardhacha paramcha tadardham cha parardham. It is supreme as well as it is a sthanam. Paramcha cha means and or they are different, no? Rama and Lakshmana is together went with Sugriva and Vishwamitra ji. Rama or Lakshmana is again two different things. So here also cha means and. So paramcha means it is supremost. Ardhamcha means it is a sthanam also. Parardham, omkar. Yakara क्यों ऐड किया? Yakara means parardhyam tad arhati iti parardhyaha. That arhatata, the deservability to that omkara, that it is param and it is sthanam. It deserves it, we can give it. You can ask why. Because Parardhya Paramatma Sthanarha means it should be respected, revered, as important as Paramatma only. Paramatma Sthana Arha. It deserves to be considered by us as sacred as important as the substratum as great as the Paramatma himself. परमात्मा को तो आप पकड़ नहीं सकते इट इज यू दैट इज नो पकड़ो पकड़ने वाला दो चीज नहीं होते देर उपास्य उपासका that bandha that duality is there in not there in Paramatma. We have to reach to that. For that we need to have an alambana to begin with. So the best of the alambana is Om. We are convinced, we are told, we are given data for our conviction. So Paramatma sthana arha, understood? Why? Means what is the consequence of it? Paramatmad upasyaha, upasyatvad iti abhiprayaha. And it is worthy of doing the upasana as you are doing the upasana Paramatma only. That much value importance to the pranava, to omkara in this prasanga, in these three mantras or in this mantra given. And we have to convince about it in our heart. So parardhya. Param means utkrishtam. Ardha means sthanam. Parardhya means paramatma sthanam arhati iti. Paramatma vadupasya. Paramatma vadupasya means do the upasana of him considering that you are doing the upasana of Paramatma. And for mind some alambana is required, that is the upasana. But we have to reach to beyond the mind also. Therefore, that upasya alambana omkara is considered as the Paramatma only. So, Paramatmavat upasyatvat iti abhiprayaha. What is that? Saha Eshaha Ashtamaha, the eighth one. What is the number suddenly came? Prithvyadi Rasa Sankhyayam. पृथ्वी से शुरू करते हुए when you do the sankhyanam, the counting of the rasa, next one, yad udgitaha. Okay, that udgita. Yad is the neuter gender, yaha udgitaha, it is masculine. That okay, gender wala word, chandasam. So yaha udgitaha, that omkaraha is eighth one. So eighth one among these the eight things, omkara, is Paramaha Parardhyaha Rasanam Rasatamaha. So Rasanam Rasatamaha, therefore it is Paramaha. Paramaha, therefore it is Parardhyaha. Parardhya means it deserves to be respected as Paramatma only. So Upasana we are doing of the Om, taking the Om as Paramatma. So when I chant the Om mantra, feeling should be I am taking the name of the Paramatma only. When I do prarthana to the Omkara, O Pranavaswarupa, bless me with Antakarna Shuddhi and all, know that you are telling it to Paramatma only. Like when you utter the Lord's name, Krishna or Rama, you know, na? Krishna means that Lord, Rama means that Lord. So Om means that Paramatma. I am doing Upasana Paramatma through Om. There is no difference between Om and Paramatma for me. For me, others understand or not, accept or not, I am convinced my Shastra was enough to convince me. I am happy having taken Om as Paramatma and doing the Upasana. So this eighth one. So Prithvi, Apaha, Oshadi, Purushaha, Vak, Ruchaha, Samaha. Seven are over. Eighth one is Udgitaha, Omkara. This much we have seen. Ashtama Prithvyadira Sankhayam Yad Udgitaha, Yaha Udgitaha. Now, Vacha Rug iti Uktam, Rug Rasa iti Uktam. So, for the Vak, the Vani, the Rug is the Rasa, it is said. What is our take home point is the Vani is fulfilled in its existence, when it is utilized for the Rug Veda mantra Uchcharana. If it is the Vaikhari Vani, the vicarious sound, with that vicarious sound outer, the Rigveda mantras chanting alone is fulfillment of that Vani. If it is the Madhyama Vani at the mind level, the mind also always should remember only the Rigveda mantras. Then the intellect should always contemplate on the Rigveda mantrartha. And in that, if it is a Tattva Jnana, abide in it. If it is related to the karma, the meaning, then do those karmas, do those duties. That is the meaning of the Vachaha Rugurasaha. Same thing in devotional language. What is the use of that ability to speak if you are not chanting the name of the Lord? That is little devotionally, sentimentally told, here intellectually told. And in this, the sense is what why whatever you have and whatever you do, it should have a purpose. The purpose should be highest. Like I have Vani, speaking ability. That speaking ability should be employed for a purpose. And that purpose should be the higher than the highest. So to my vision ability of the eyes to see, the ability of the ears to listen, they all the abilities, no? They have to be used for the purpose. Purpose should be highest. That is why Bhadram Karne Vehi Shunyama. Yes, eyes, ears are there to listen. So the ear should have the purpose of listening. That purpose should be the highest. What is the highest? Bhadram. And what is Bhadram other than Brahman? There is nothing. See that? Whatever we have, they all are having should be utilized for a purpose. Purpose should be highest. So Vak is a great gift I have. It should be utilized for a purpose. It cannot be misused or abused or non-used. What can be the best purpose? Rukka. That's why Vachaha Rugrasaha iti ukta. Now that is being carried again. To take us to again some more thoughts regarding the Mahima of the Omkara, then we get convinced and we start doing the Omkara Upasana. So, in like the Krishna Rama Upasana, what is the Krishna Rama Upasana? That is the Navada Bhakti. That is the Upasana. Yesterday also Ramji was telling to us through Shabari, the Navada Bhakti. So, the Ucharana Rama Nama. Okay, Smarana Rama ke baare mein everything. Jnanam, what Rama told to do. And having done it, Phala Samarpanam, everything is done to Rama. That is called as Rama Upasana. Same is the Om Upasana. Om alone is chanted vocally. Om alone is chanted mentally. Om is Paramatma that is considered. Anything you want, you ask the Om only. So Rama Bhakta is Ramamaya. Krishna Bhakta is Krishnamaya. Shiva Bhakta is Shivamaya. Omkara Bhakta Pranamaya Ommaya. Idea aa raha hai ki nahi? What is the meaning of Upasana? Whomever Upasana we are doing, that is always in us. We are tuned to that. Like if you are doing the Upasana of your grandchild, that fellow always will be in your mind and you are with him only. If you are doing Upasana of your profession, that profession always in your mind. You are always thinking about how to achieve things profession in this profession. So Pranava Upasaka always filled with Pranava only. Keep that in mind, the meaning of Upasana. It starts with 1 hour or half an hour doing, later on it permeates the whole day. As it said in Gita 12 chapter and all of there, slowly all what we do, we offer it to Om only. Like all what we do, offer it to Krishna. Sarvam Krishna Samarpana. That's called Upasana. Yeah? Then Krishna asks you, Itna kar rahe ho, what do you want? If you ask the Laukika or Paralaukika, he will bless. If you ask for the Mukti, he will bless for that. So to Omkara has all capacity to bless us with this worldly things, the other worldly things, and it can bless us with Brahma Vidya. Why? Because it is Paramatma. That will be told in the coming sutras, covered in our other Kathadi Upanishad also. There is nothing which is not achievable with the Omkara Upasana. Here and the ultimate, both. Here, hereafter, and forever. Here is this worldly achievements. Hereafter are the other worldly achievements. Forever are the eternal reality achievement. Okay, so Vachaha Rug Rasaha iti ukta. That is being explained now. Ki Katama Katamar Katamat Katama Katamar Katamato Katamat Sama Katamat Sama Katamaha Katama Udgita iti Katamaha Katama Udgita iti Vimrushtam bhavate Vimrushtam bhavate Katama Katamar Katamat Katamat Sama Katamaha Katama Udgita iti Vimrushtam bhavate. So Katama Katama Ruk Katamat then Katamat Sama Katamaha Katama Udgita iti Vimrushtam bhavati. So this sloka talks about what is Ruk then, what is Sama then, what is Udgita. Let us do the Vimarsha of it. Vichara Vimarsha means Pujita Vichara, contemplation, little more to understand. And what is said here literally, we feel that we have to accept them out of faith. But no, The subtle mystical facts only. Shruti Mata talks facts, not only faiths and emotions. We can see that. So the first five, okay, they are all Laukika, one need not worry, but last three are important. Let us focus on that. What are the first five ones? The Prithvi, the Apaha, the Oshadihi, then Purushaha, then the Vak. These are the five. Of the Vak, the uh, Rasa is Ruk, it is said. Na? So, the Ruk of the Ruk, the Sama, and of the Sama, the Udgita, the last three. They are taken for discussion. Katama, Katamar Katamat, Katamat Sama Katamaha, Katama Udgita, iti Vibrushtam Bhavat. थोड़ा सा डिस्कशन करते हैं. In this, nothing. Next sloka only tells what is the discussion. So the Bhashyakara says ki sa katama ruku. That ruku, what is it? Katamat katamat tat sama. What is that sama? Katamo va saha udgitaha. What is that udgita? So which type or what is that ruku? What is that sama? What is that udgitaha? So katama katama iti. अरे for every one of them दो बार katama ऐड किया आपने, है ना. कतमा कतमर रुक, देन कतमत कतमत साम, देन कतमह कतम उद्गीता. तीन बार खत्म कर दिया. तीनों को दो बार खत्म किया. So why two times katama katama iti vipsa. Vipsa is repetition. Adarartaha. To express the respect and reverence to that inquiry. Which is what is ruk, which is what is ruk. Again two times. Which is what is sama, what is sama. Then what is udgita, what is udgita. दो बार पूछने का अर्थ है उस टॉपिक को आदर देना कि वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड रुक का अर्थ क्या है, साम का अर्थ क्या है एंड उद्गीत का अर्थ क्या है. Why we have to understand? Because they are said to be rasa, है ना. For the Ruk, it is Sama Rasa. For the Sama, the Udgita Rasa. And our main objective is to convince that Udgita or the Omkara is Rasanam Rasatamaha Paramaha Parardhya. So that we have no doubt at all in our heart regarding taking Omkara for our Upasana. Shuru karna and engrossed in it. Like how many years you have to listen to Ramayana to understand the Rama Mahima, then you start becoming Rama Bhakta, Krishna Bhakta, or Desha Bhakta, or Sanatana Dharma Bhakta, or Guru Bhakti. It takes time to understand the glory of our Guru. Once you understand, then you dedicate yourself to him and serve. Same way, Om, if we have to take as Alambana for Upasana of Paramatma, it takes time for us to be convinced. Shruti Mata is giving all the best to convince her, us. Using that, when we get convinced, then the whole day Om Upasana is going on. Upasana while seated at one place, and throughout the day also the Om alone is Upasita. What one important thing we have to keep in mind is, through all the Upasanas, the Antakara Shuddhi should happen. Second thing to be kept in mind is Shuddha Antakarana. We have to seek and reach the reality. They, if are not told or we have forgotten, then we get lost only in Upasana and its details. And unfortunately, the Upasanas done well give us the worldly results. And they are so ancient, gone. We get distracted. इसलिए every upasana is for अंतःकरण शुद्धि. शुद्ध अंतःकरण is only for Paramatma Chintana and Paramatma. We have to be straight and strict in these things. That is the best gift we give to ourselves as a result of our many years of listening to Upanishads. इतने साल उपनिषद सुना पढ़ा, इससे आपने अपने आप को क्या गिफ्ट दिया कि my life is full of upasanas. The upasanas leading to the antakarana shuddhi in the shuddha antakarana, ekagra antakarana, shakti yukta antakarana, sukshma antakarana. I am only pursuing the reality. If this is understood, then the study of Shastra is fulfilled so far. Abhi tak, then the good conviction it is. Good gift we give to ourselves. Okay, now there is a grammar related query here. So that is not so important to us. Also, we don't understand because we have never studied the Panini, grammar, sutras, etc. Vyakaran. है ना? So that discussion of जाति, रुक जाति की बात कर रहे हैं कि रुक मंत्रों की बात कह रहे हैं? So that is the discussion. So here the whole Rig Veda mantras are one jati, and in the jati again there are the individual mantras. So therefore that should not be a big issue when Shruti Mata used that language. That's how a question by the Paniniya grammar learned student to Shankara Bhagwan says, मैं भी जानता हूँ करके he gives the answer. हम तो दोनों नहीं जानते. Lucky that we have not understood Prashna, so we don't need to know the answer also. It is a grammar related discussion. कि ननु वा bahunam jati परिप्रश्ने डतमच. This is one of the sutra of the Panini Ashtadhyayi. Then nahi atra ruk jati bahutvam katam dhatamat prayogaha. There is no ruk jati bahutvam. So ruk jati can never be bahutva, na? Ruk jati to ek hi hai. Katama dat prayogaha. Dhatamach prayoga is used only when there is bahuvachana, not single. So naisha dosha, this is not dosha. Then जातौ परिप्रश्नः जाति परिप्रश्न इति एतस्मिन् विग्रहे जातौ ऋक् व्यक्तीनां बहुत्व उपपत्तेः न तु जातेः परिप्रश्न इति विगृह्यते ननु जातेः परिप्रश्न इति अस्मिन् विग्रहे कथमः कठ इत्यादि उदाहरणम् उपपन्नं जातौ परिप्रश्न इति अत्र तु न युज्यते तत्रापि कठादि जातौ एव व्यक्ति बहुत्व अभिप्रायेण परिप्रश्न इति अदोषः यदि जातेः परिप्रश्नः स्यात् कथमरुक् इत्यादौ उपसंख्यानं कर्तव्यं स्यात् विमृष्टं भवति दिस इज व्हाट इज द ग्रामेटिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन so is a question about entire rug jati as a one go or the individual rug mantras है ना actually neither rug jati nor rug mantra is our goal is to get convinced that the entire rug is having its rasa in the sama and sama having its rasa in the pranava. We have to get omkara pranava mantra conviction for our upas. So therefore, don't pull me and stop me at this level. I want to take you to the higher level, the actual purpose. Purpose is upavyakyanam about the omkara mahima, so that we get convinced to practice it. So, evam upasanam, evam mahima, evam phalam. These are the three things we are discussing continuously. Na? So, here, that let us focus on that. Last line में कहते हैं विमृष्टम भवति means विमर्शः कृतो भवति. So, details of vimarsha, vichar vimarsha, discussion is done. What is Rukku, what is Sama, what is Udgita? The last three of this set of 8. And why that discussion also? Upavyakyanam. Little more data given. For what? To take Om as the Alambana for Upasana, which is already said. Rasanam, Rasatamaha, Paramaha, Parardhyaha. And in Bhashyakara's Bhashya, the kindness of him, he explained to us. Om is the Abhidhana of the Lord and Nedishta Abhidhana of the Lord. And you feel so happy when you utter him with that name. Like somebody with their pet or liked name, if you address how they feel happy. ये सारे ओंकार महिमा only are told for us to convince to get Om as Upasana Alambana and start chanting Omkara. Start chanting, doing everything to Om as we do it to the Shiva and Rama. In the Vedic Kala, no Shiva Rama. Omkar का ही पहला होता था. Om as it appeared to be dry a syllable. Therefore, the Devatas, the avatars with so many leelas, so many stories, so many of gunas, then that became the later on Alambana. Because mind wanted variety, some entertainment, etc. In the Om Upasana, no variety, no entertainment. Actually, that is the Upasana. Real Upasana में कोई variety entertainment नहीं होता. Like our classes. Our, our satsangas are not entertainment. Therefore, there are no varieties to provide to you. It will be same Brahma Vidya every day. It will be talked. Whether you want it or not, like it or not. We are not here to excite you, no. We are not here to entertain your intellect or the mind or your senses. ऐसे चीज में फिर होटल में अलग अलग खाना मिलता है to entertain your tongue. A lot of musical songs to entertain your ears, lot of things to see to entertain your eyes, and a lot of emotions to entertain your mind. कोई सिनेमा में every emotion they show to entertain your mind. Therefore, varieties come. The more varieties in a movie, the more hit it is because it has given all rasa, the movie. But in our class, we are not entertaining. We are studying the truth. We are understanding the truth. We are getting convinced to pursue the truth. ये ऐसा ही होता है. हम एक्साइट होकर आपको डराने वाले बातें या उकसाने वाले we don't do that. That is in different class. You know, there a yuddha is explained to you and you are made to excite. And then the karuna is explained to you so that you feel crying also. और सीता जी का दुख लंका में बोलकर आपको रुलाएंगे. हनुमान जी का सूक्ष्म रूप है सिंह दिखाओ विकट रूप है लंका जरवा. Then you are excited. Then Mahishasura is told and how she killed that you are excited. In Upanishad class, there is nothing excited. It is only Tattva Shravana, Tattva Chintana. It goes on like that. The Guru keeps on talking Brahma Vidya, disciple listens. There are no other distractions or wants for the mind and senses. We do like that only. We are committed for this. We have to keep on studying truth till it is understood. We have to keep on doing sadhana till we realize it. We are not for other उपाधि satisfaction, isn't it? क्लास में आप एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए आते हो क्या? जो लोग एंटरटेन चाहते हैं they cannot stay here. We don't entertain. We don't, not that we can't. That's not our purpose. And how many sentiments, emotions, excitements, humors we can bring here? We can do. When anybody can do, we also can do that. But that is not. We have come to a different chamber or lane of sacredness. Our whole struggle is how to intellectually understand and get convinced about the presence of truth and pursuit of the truth. Amba tvam anusandadami. We want to do the anusandhana with that mother. Bhavadveshini, the one who is the removal of the bhava samsara. Here also. We are doing the anusandhana with our Shruti Mata. It's a different approach. It's same Brahma Vidya told every day. Same sadhanas of Upadhyaya Yantra will be told. Even in common sense thought, only these will be told. Now what I will tell you about the worldly things. Even if you succeed there, it's a fail only. Swamiji tell me how to master my children so that they listen to me. अरे भाई ये सीख कर भी still you are a worldly person only, no? What is the common sense in that? Common sense is not to win the world. Common sense is to drop the world, to drop the pursuit of wanting to win the world. There's nothing to win the world. We have to win our own spiritual evolution. Once we come to this, our mind intellect will not go for the lower things. See, just we are giving the example of the Vimarsha Bhavati explanation. So, Vimarsham hi krute sati prativachana ukti hi uvanna. है ना? So, when the Vichara Vimarsha is exhaustively done by the Guru, then the Prativachana given by him is done, and the disciple also listens, gets the answer to his question. Bhai, not only me, so many have done the Vimarsha about what is the Ruku, what is Sama, what is a Udgita, what is the relation between them. That the Shruti Mata said that for all the things said so far, the Purusha is the Rasa, for the Purusha, Vag is Rasa, for the Vag, the Rug is Rasa, for the Ruchaha, Sama is Rasa, for the Sama, the Omkara Rasa said no. So we are here to do some Vimarsha of that. Very good one it is. Such a powerful fun, I tell you, next to 3 or 4 slokas. You just pray that from here a good explanation comes so that you get satisfied, contented by getting the deep, substantial data with the help of the Bhash. Okay. So, Vimarshehi krute means when the Vichara Vimarsha contemplation is done, Sati Prativachana Uktihi Upapanna. So that the answer given, Guru is given an answer and disciple got the answer. So that satisfaction will come. Some Vimarsha we do. So one is statement of fact told that it is Rasanam Rasatamaha. Second is to the extent possible, the Vichara Vimarsha is done so that our intellect also is satisfied to the extent it can. Beyond that, the intellect itself becomes faith. It says, I have not understood, but I have faith. Once you understand, the faith is not required because you understood it. Isn't it? Once you don't understand in some things, faith is the only one which can help. Like you come to the class every day, half with understanding that thoda samjh aa raha hai, half with the faith that further understanding will happen, etc. I also do with the same idea. Right. In this way, the fourth mantra is over. Fifth mantra talks about it. Let us chant the fifth mantra. Beautiful है यहाँ से लेकर 5, 6, 7 up to the 10th mantra. मस्त मस्त मजा आएगा अगले 4-5 दिन. Now I am chanting this mantra. Vag eva ruko, vag eva ruko, pranah sama, pranah sama. Om iti etad aksharam udgitaha. Om iti etad aksharam udgitaha. Tadva etan mithunam. Tadva etan mithunam. Yad vakcha pranascha. Yad vakcha pranascha. Rukcha samacha. Rukcha samacha. Twice together. Vag eva ruko. प्राणः साम ओम इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः तद्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद् वाक्च प्राणश्च रुक्च साम च. अगेन वागेव रुक् प्राणः साम ओम इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः तद्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद्वाक्च प्राणश्च रुक्च साम च. Literal meaning of it is कि वाग एव रुक. अरे भाई, the entire Rug Veda and Rug mantras are nothing but your own Vani. And with the Vani only you chant all of them, na? Tomorrow we'll explain more. Vag eva ruk. What is Sama? Pranaha Sama. Very beautiful, no? You can do the chanting of Rug Veda with Vani only when there is prana inside us. Prana Shakti nahi hai, so where do you chant? So that prana is Sama. That way सामा गाना गाने वालों को इतना प्राण शक्ति होता है. हाँ, that without break they can chant or sing something for even 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. For us, every little time we have to take the prana inside. But those who samagana, like in that Vaga borders, if you go there, the command that is given by the officers to those soldiers, इतना प्राण शक्ति, अरे इतना लंबा, he says. Oh, it is very exciting to listen. So that is Sama, where without breakage one is able to chant for long time. That requires tremendous amount of prana. Therefore, Sama is nothing but your own prana shakti. Rug is nothing but your own vak shakti. Okay. Now, this Vani, our ability to speak, the prana shakti, have to be utilized. है ना? For what? For the Udgita. Therefore, what is the Udgita? Omkara. That is what it is. Om iti etad aksharam Udgitaha. So my prana shakti, my vak shakti, I have to utilize for Udgita, and Udgita is Omkara therefore. So Vageva ruku pranaha samaha Om iti etad aksharam Udgitaha. So the fulfillment of Rugyeda, Yajurveda is in right utilization of vak and prana. Right utilization of vak and prana is in the Udgita, and Udgita is Pranava. Therefore, Pranava Ucharana includes Udgitam. Pranava Ucharana includes the Samaganam. Pranava Ucharana includes the Rugganam. Pranava Ucharana includes the fulfillment of the purpose of the Vakshakti, fulfillment of having the Prana Shakti. सो ओम में वाग है, प्राण है, रुक है, यजु है, सब कुछ. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द विमर्शः भवति, द डिस्कशन अबाउट लिटिल मोर ग्लोरी अबाउट द ओंकार. तस्य उपव्याख्यानम के अंदर ऐसा बात है. द ओंकार उपव्याख्यान इज दैट. Consequently, we will be seeing the next two mantras with Bhashya, as we told you. Whatever the great results we incur by utilizing Vak Shakti, Prana Shakti, or by involving in Rugyeda and Yajurveda pursuit. Whatever results we get, all of that we get in the Pranava Upasana. वो बताएंगे हमको आगे. That is the power of this Om, that this side it can take you in the materialistic pursuit up to the Brahma Loka. Even it can make you the Brahma Deva, the Omkara Upasana. Same Omkara Upasana, this side, it can take us to the Brahma Anubhuti, the Parabrahma Anubhuti. So, the Praptavya mein, the ultimate Praptavya, the Jnatavya mein, the ultimate Jnatavya, both can be achieved by the Om. That is the mast Majedar power of that Omkar. Like in the worldly parlance, you talk about the power of the money. With money, you can buy everything. You can buy even the government also. By giving so much of money as donation to government, you get all your own works sanctioned, permitted. अब कितने इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट ये करते हैं. They give money to MLA साहब, अब he does all the work. Money का प्राशस्त. There's nothing in the world which cannot be bought by money. Yes, it is true, though it is devilish. The morals, the ethics, the system, everything can be bought and corrupted by the money. थोड़ा पैसे थ्रो करो, people are ready to compromise with all rules, regulations, duties. We talk about money power. Here, ओंकार उपासना power. वाह, सब कुछ मिलेगा आपको. ये है अगले 3 श्लोकों में भाष्य. So tomorrow we will see that वागे वरुक प्राणासाम ओमिति एतद् अक्षरम उद्गीतः तद्वा एतद् मिथुनम. This is the pair yad vakcha pranascha. Therefore, vak and prana is one beautiful mithuna, the set, which are nothing but the essence of the ruk and yaju. तो रुक एंड साम मंत्रों का सार रूपी वाक एंड प्राण are the mithuna. And when mithuna come together with so much of love, they echo out so much of joy. That is why the word mithuna is used. Thus, this vak and prana, mithuna, come together. Okay? In the production of Omkara, that Om is the giver of the all joys. That is why the Upavyakyanam of Omkara or Mahima of the Omkara. Not an ordinary thing as we understand or half understand or no understand or misunderstand. It is so precious divine. If Bhagavan says Pranavaha Sarva Vedesh, I am the Omkara of all Vedas. He didn't say I am this or that. Once he said Vedanam Samavedosmi. Among the Vedas I am Samaveda. Okay, but within the Vedas I am Omkara. Oh, दोनों आ गए. In all Chandas I am Gayatri, he said. Gayatri Chandasam Vedanam Samavedosmi. But Sarva Vedo mein Aham Pranava. Meaning all Vedas are there in the Pranava. That Om Alambana we have to take in our own interest. Start doing it from now onwards. Om, 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 Om. Om Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarmanam. Continue tomorrow. Just slowly familiarity हो रहा है ना. Chandogya Upanishad, first Adhyaya, first Khanda, talking to us about the Mahima Pranama, Onkara Udgita, so that we take it as Alambana for Upasana. In the same way, one by one Khanda we become familiar, like all other Upanishads. Absolutely vagueness say some clarity. Absolute clarity will come with repeated study. And the benefits come when we do the said sadhanas. Let our intellects be very clear about all these most necessary and important understandings. That's why we are here in the class. Must. I'm so very happy that we took up. There were fears in me. Such a big Upanishad. Can I do it? We never studied. Nobody taught to me. Mushkil hai. And anyway, 8-9 Upanishads are done. डाउट था मुझे बट पता नहीं मुझे भगवान ने कहा यार लगे रहो तुम योर लाइफ इज ओनली फॉर स्टडिंग उपनिषद्स ऐसा ठीक है देन लगे रहो देन एज वी आर सीइंग इट फॉर मी आल्सो दैट फियर इज रिड्यूसिंग यू आर एनीवे फियरलेस ब्रह्मज्ञानी मेरे को है तो डर है ना दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इज ग्रोइंग more important is clarity is coming because I speak for myself not for you. Isn't it? This connection between Ruk and Yaju with Vak and Prana, and all of them leading to Udgita, Omkara. Therefore, Ut has got all the results of Ruk, Yaju and Vani and Prana. मतलब केवल ओंकार के आलम्बन से वाणी से जो भी फल मिलता है आपको मिलेगा प्राण से जो फल मिलता है आपको सब मिलेगा ऋग्वेद का जो भी फल है सब मिलेगा सामवेद का जो भी फल है सब मिलेगा Vak, prana, ruk, sama, when utilized. What are the variety or highest results we get? Only by Om we get all. That is a faith. Like Sudama goes to Krishna, that's enough. Krishna will give everything. How Krishna is Krishna, he can give, bhai, he is a Paramatma. Isn't it? He will finish Ravana and give Vibhishan. Are Vibhishan, le le Rajya tu. He will finish Vali and he will tell to Sugriva, Sugriva, you want the kingdom king, but ban ja, kya hai? It's a faith. Why should you doubt Omkara's Shakti? Om Upasana gives everything, yaad rakho. And we want only one thing, the Brahman. That also with Omkara. O Omkara, O Paramatma, I am worshipping you. You reveal the Parabrahma Tattva to me. You reveal yourselves to me. All these have come in Taittiriya Upanishad very exhaustive. In two places it has come in Taittiriya Upanishad. In the fourth Anuvaka, is Chandasam Rishabha Vishwarupa Chandogya Upanishad Sambhavuva in that mantra. Again, Omiti Brahma, Omiti Idagam Sarva, Omiti Etadaksharam, Omiti Ashravaiti, Ogam Shomiti Shastrani Shagam Santi. Good that we have forgotten so that again we can study. Chalo. Now our second activity of Veda Parayanam. Let us invoke Bhavasharva in continuation of yesterday. Four more mantras. And then the Mitra Varuna will be there tomorrow. That's how, as long as the Lord keeps that inspiration in me, we will continue having this chanting. किसी एक दिन लग जाता है, अब बस हो गया, लोग ब्रह्मज्ञानी हो गए, then when the Lord gives prerana, I will stop. Now I will not stop because prerana hai. I am doing it also for myself. And there is a feeling ki from so many lives, so much of kachra we have collected. And that's becoming such an unsurmountable obstruction and obstacle and impediment and speed breaker en route to our other beautiful desire of spiritual sadhana and spiritual siddhi. इस तरफ साधना करके सिद्धि पाने का so much desire, but this side the huge big boulders are obstructions, boulder like obstruction. What to do? We go on throwing arrows like an unemployed fellow applies for job in every company that is. So we are every day writing letters to one or the other Rishi, one or the Veda Mantra, Veda Devata. भैया हमें बचा लो बचा लो. So some of them or few of them or many of them come and each one will. है ना? When there is a landslide or a bhukampa, so 100 people will come and remove all the rubbles and all, make the things, our life is like a bhukampa only. With so many chaos and confusions. So these many rishis when we invoke, there is a faith में इनमें तो कि वो लोग आकर मेरे हमारे जिंदगी को साफ सुथरा करते हैं so that our sadhana becomes easier and quicker. With this faith, the Lord is making us to, है ना? हमारा एक गुरु से होने वाला बात नहीं है. Like a patient in the hospital, he has got multiple infections and multiple fractures. One doctor is not enough for him, isn't it? Every specialist doctor will have to come and do. हमारे लिए वही अब करो. In our evolutionary ladder, in this life at this period, the Lord is providing us this necessary sadhana of invoking kripa of the Shruti Mata mantras and also the Veda Rishis. And we are anyway studying Upanishad also. तो थोड़ा zoom करके objective करके try to see the divine grace in it and try to see the glorious future tomorrow when we continue all these things. Okay, Mitro? Now, three mantras we learned yesterday. Fourth one I am chanting. Om ॐ यावारे भाते बहुशाकमग्रे ॐ यावारे भाते बहुशाकमग्रे प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभां जनेषु प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभां जनेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः यावस्य ईशाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ यावारे वाते बहुशाकमग्रे प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभां जनेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यावारे भाते बहुशाकमग्रे प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभां जनेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः 5 ययोर्वधान्ना प्रपद्यते कश्चन ययोर्वधान्नापपद्यते कश्चन अन्तर्देवेषु तमानुषेषु अन्तर्देवेषु उतमानुषेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः टुगेदर ययोर्वदान्नावपद्यते कश्चन अन्तर्देवेषु उतमानुषेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ययोर्वदात् नापपद्यते कश्चन अन्तर्देवेषु उतमानुषेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः 6th one यः कृत्याकृन्मूलकृत् यातु धानो यः कृत्याकृन्मूलकृत् यातु धानो नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यः कृत्याकृन्मूलकृत् यातु धानो नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यः कृत्याकृन्मूलकृत् यातु धानो नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः लास्ट् वन् अधिनो ब्रूतं पृतनासूग्रौ अधिनो ब्रूतं पृतनासूग्रौ संवज्रेण सृजतं यः किमीति संवज्रेण सृजतं यः किमीति स्तौमि भवा शर्वौ नातितो जोहवीमि स्तौमि भवा शर्वौ नातितो जोहवीमि तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः अधिनो ब्रूतं पृतनासूग्रौ संवज्रेण सृजतं यः किमेति स्तौमि भवा शर्वौ नातितो जोहवीमि तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः अधिनो ब्रूतं पृतनासूग्रौ संवज्रेण सृजतं यः किमीति स्तौमि भवा शर्वौ नाथितो जोहवीमि तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 क्विकली 2 times ओम अथ अथर्वणवेदान्तर्गत भवाशर्व सूक्तं सर्वरक्षणार्थं सर्वपापनिष्कृत्यर्थं च ॐ भवाशर्वौ मन्वे वां तस्य वित्तं ययोर्वाम् इदं प्रतिशयद् विरोचते यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ययोरभ्यद्व उत यद्दूरे चिद् यौ विदिता विशुभ्रतामशिष्टौ यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः सहस्राक्षौ वृत्रहणाहुवेहम् दूरे गव्योते सुवर्णेम्युग्रौ यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यावारे भाते वौसाकमग्रे प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभां जनेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ययोर्वधान्नापपद्यते कश्चन अन्तर्देवेषु तमानुषेषु यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यः कृत्याकृन्मूलकृत् यातु दानो नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः अधिनो ब्रूतं पृतनासूग्रौ संवज्रेण सृजतं यः किमीति स्तौमि भवा शर्वौ नातितो जोहवीमि तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ओम शान्तिः 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 एक और बार ओम भवा शर्वौ मन्वे वां तस्य वित्तं ययोर्वामिदं प्रतिशयद्विरोचते यावस्येषाते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ययोरभ्यद्व उत यद्दूरे छिदो यौ विदिता विशुभ्रुतामशिष्टौ यावशेषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः सहस्राक्षौ वृत्रहणाहुवेहं दूरे गव्यो ते स्तुवन्नीम्युग्रौ यावशेषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यावारेभा ते बहुशाखमग्रे प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभाञ्जनेषु यावशेषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चदमं हसः ययोर्वदान्नापवद्यते कश्चन अन्तर्देवेषु तमानुषेषु यावशेषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यः कृत्याकृन्मूलकृत्यातु दानो नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ यावशेषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः अधिनो ब्रूतं पृतनासोग्रौ संवज्रेण सृजितं यः किमीति स्तौमिव वा शर्वौ नातितो जोहवीमि तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 Wow, what a wonderful it is. Vedic chanting. Okay, today in the last but one activity, we will be chanting the Gayatri mantra of Ruchika Rishi. Ruchika, Rucheka. Okay, Ruchika Rishis like Brahmadeva, Bhrigu Maharshi, Chavana Maharshi, Pramati, Ruru, Shunaka. Then in that Vamsha comes the Ruchika Maharshi. Okay, in that way Ruchika Maharshi comes in Bhrigu Vamsha. That much we can know. Second, Vedadhyena, Agnihotra, Tapaha, Brahmacharya, Yoga Sadhana. In all of them, this Ruchika Rishi is great. I know. Two episodes about him are one, he wanted to marry the Gadhi Putri. Gadhi also, like in that another example we saw, the Guru Dakshina aspect, mein, the Vishwamitra disciple and all. Here also he puts a peculiar condition. So that he fulfills with the help of some rishis and devatas. Then, yes, the Gadhi gives his daughter Satyavati in marriage to this Ruchika Rishi. Okay. Now, this Ruchika Rishi, now Satyavati couple, wanted children. So, this Ruchika Rishi with his Mahatapasya made a Vishesha Payasa. Charu कहते हैं उसको. With which that Satyavati will have the Brahma Tejo Yukta Santati. Then at the same time, her mother also, Gadhi's wife, also wanted Santana, Uttama Santana. But they are Kshatriya, so the Kshatra Tejo Yukta Charu he had made for her. But these mother and daughter so funny, no? Whatever emotion, sentiment, stupid, they exchanged those Charu. This daughter became more sentimental towards the mother. Then it is mutually taken that this Rishi came to know. He became little angry, but then what he can do with anger, he cannot. Satyavati requests the wife. Then Bhagavan says, yes, you will have the Brahma Teja Yukta Putra and this Kshatra Charu you have taken. That effects will be there, that will in your grandson. Your means our only. In him, both Brahmana and Kshatra Teja, both will be there. And that's how to this Ruchika Rishi and Satyavati is born this great, great Rishi, the Jamadagni Rishi, one of the Sapta Rishis. And this Brahmana and Kshatriya Teja Yukta, born to them is Sakshat Bhagavad Avatara, the Parashurama Rishi. Parashurama is Brahmana and also Kshatriya Teja. With so much ferociousness he finished. All the kings were 21 times. And that's how for the Bhagavan to come, the Ruchika Rishi has become this way, the Hetu. हमेशा एक तो स्टोरी पार्ट होता है, दूसरा इंडिविजुअल साधना पार्ट होता है, थर्ड वन द डिवाइन लीला पार्ट. Like these things we are doing. The action of our doing the classes. There is individual sadhana of yours and mine. Beyond this, there is Ishvara Lila is going on, that he is achieving something through this. Because without his grace, nothing can happen in the world without his permission. And he has something in his own mind, which we need not know. We need not struggle also. I need not struggle. In what way? I can only focus on how I can benefit on this. And I must also focus. Okay, in this way, the Rishika Rishis thing we have understood. Okay, Mahatapasvi, Mantra Siddha, Yagnaveta, Vedaveta, Brahmarshi, and Varapradata. You know, he is come in this Bhrugu Parampara. In his Prastavana comes the story we told is about Mahabharata. Even Bhagavata Navaskanda, Vishnu Purana, Brahmana Purana, Harivamsha, everywhere. Ruchika Satyavatim Bharyam Jagraha Gadinandinim करके in Bhagavad also that shloka comes. Okay. So Jamadagni Maharshi's father is and grandfather of Parashurama. So Tapaha, Brahmatejaha, Kshatravirya, all these are there in Parashurama that was required at that time for the protection of the world. Okay. So Om Bhrugu Amshaya Vidmahe Mahatapasvine cha Dhimahi Tanno Tannaha Ruchika Maharshi Prachodaya. Okay. Bhrugu Amshaya Vidmahe. He belongs to Bhrugu Amsha. Mahatapasvi, you have seen that. His Taposhakti that he could create. One, his Taposhakti, the Brahma Teja, Kshatra Teja Yukta Santati. With this Taposhakti, he became qualified to be the grandfather of even Bhagavan Narayana when he is coming as Parashura. Okay. So, Bhrugu Vamshaya Vidmahe Mahatapasvinecha Dhimahi. तपोराशि और महातपस्विनी च धीमहि तन्नः रुचीक महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम परब्रह्म परमात्मा स्वरूप भृगु वंशस्थः श्री रुचीक महर्षे नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि छत्र चामरादीन समर्पयामि शक्त्योपचार भक्त्योपचारादीन समर्पयामि स्तोत्रेण जपादिना मंत्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि नमस्करोमि. मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि. मम आत्मानुभवं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि. साधनां प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु प्रार्थयामि. सनातन धर्मस्य भारतवर्षस्य वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः अपि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धि विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपसे च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपसे च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम भृगुवंशाय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः रुचिकमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम रुचिकमहर्षिः नमः। नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि मां रक्ष रक्ष इति मम आत्मानुभवं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि। साधना सद्धर्म प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु इति सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः अपि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धि विश्वव्याप्तं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि। ओम रुचिकमहर्षये नमः। 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 ओम रुचिकमहर्षये नमो नमः। Done? Very good. Now what is our last topic of 2 minutes common sense thought? It's so simple. Very, very good. Simple thought. What is it? Even slightest to slightest of, smallest to smallest of, simplest, simplest of, good things we do. Spiritual things we do, both good and spiritual. Good from world standpoint, spiritual from our sadhana standpoint. Even smallest things also we do. Itna jo. It will have the drushta phala, the immediate effect. It will have the adrushta phala. Immediate result as well as the consequent, not seen but result. Anything we do, like when you eat something, a tasty thing. So drushta phala, immediately you feel a joy of it. Adrushta phala, if that eaten thing is good, it will energize us, nurture us, nourish us. So to a very spicy thing if we eat, adrushta phala, at that time only there is a burning. Of course, people take it also as joy. That is their joy. दूसरों कुछ लोगों तो वो हरी मिर्च देखते ही वो भाग जाते. The other people हरी मिर्च की चटनी बनाकर उसको रोटी के साथ खाते हुए उसको हरी मिर्च को साइड डिश के रूप में लेते. पूछो क्यों? हरि भक्त. हरी मिर्च भक्त. Okay, but it's effect of the burning of stomach, consequently adrushta phala. Example one is enough. So too, every thought, word and deed which we are every moment acting with, they are having drushta and adrushta phala. In the adrushta phala, that is one, the habit of it is made. Second is the samskara or prarabdha of it is made. You can also see the divine is watching it, and consequently he will keep on molding or editing what he has to give to us. Thus we can command the Lord to curse us with all negative. We can command the Lord to bless us with all positive. ये सब होता है. Keeping that in mind, encash this thought. So, like, oh, I said, immediately that drushtaphala, that mana became little shant. And it will have adrushtaphala that it has created an impression. The divinity has watched, acha, he has taken my name, Omkara, chalo, main unko dekh leta. Ram, you say, Krishna, you say. Even a word uttered, it has the benefit. You understand? One mantra chanted. है ना. ओम गणाना अन्त्वा गणपति हवामहे कविं कवीनाम उपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्री महागणाधिपते नमः. That chanting immediately gives that peace, confidence in us, and in the adrushta phala, so many results will come. In fact, each of the activity, small or big, it has the power to influence the entire universe and cosmos. Like itna small dust particle, dust only you drop in a big ocean. Though insignificant, yet That addition of small dust particle or a small pebble also has its influence on the whole ocean, isn't it? थोड़ा सा भी डालो वो इफेक्ट है दो स्मॉल insignificant but it cannot be without consequence. And nowadays you talk about El Nino and all is a big way. There's so much of ecological imbalance we are doing, destroying the earth. अंदर भी खोद कर नाश कर रहे हैं, पेड़ पहाड़ सारे पौधे काट रहे हैं, पहाड़ों को भी तोड़ रहे हैं. When all these are done, the whole balance is getting disturbed. Therefore, untimely rains, heavy floods. See yesterday in that entire Jammu Kashmir region. Never it happened in that uh, 2 weeks of time, 15 times cloud burst. It was never seen. Cloud burst is not seen. But now, because of so many imbalance of ecology, the waters collected in the clouds, the cloud itself is not able to hold it. And धड़ाक से वो नीचे डाल रहा है पहले ऐसा नहीं होता. That whole fall of burst of the cloud, whichever the area is there, तबाही है वहाँ. You have seen that day before on Saturday wala cloud burst. These are all. I'm just giving a my I'm more वातावरण शाखा नहीं हूँ मैं. My purpose is it. Therefore छोटे छोटे साधना में लगे रहो और उससे दृष्ट फल है अदृष्ट फल है ये भरोसा रखो. Have that faith. Do the Namocharana, do the Shlokocharana, do the simple Prarthana. Krishna, you are there for me, bless me. Isn't it? That dushta and addushta fal. Same way for the negative also. थोड़ा गुस्सा किया, immediately BP will rise, the immediate drushta phala. Then it affects the entire inner physiological functioning, even up to the heart attack level. 10 साल के बाद आने वाला हार्ट अटैक के लिए आज मैंने जो गुस्सा किया, it becomes a cause. Because those things doesn't happen suddenly. They at the physical level. At the psychological level, with that gussa, my personality becomes cranky and all. With that gussa, I have scolded someone. That fellow will not be happy. So धीरे हमको छोड़कर दूर चले जाए. Negative effect of one negative things done. Anything. एक रुपया किसी का चुराया आपने, it won't go waste. एक रुपया has its own effect. You know, because that 1 rupee was of so precious value to him. है ना, उससे वो कोई दवाई खरीद के जान बचा सकता था, आपने वो लूट ली, उसको जान गया किसी का. So your 1 rupee may cost somebody's whole life also. Your 1 rupee stealing. So it will have its effect. है ना, even with servants, what they work, 1 रुपया उसको ज्यादा ही देना है. आप कुछ भी करके कंजूसी करोगे ना, then that will have an effect. Next life we have to be his servant. That's how आप देख रहे हो ना, evening yoga Vasishtha is giving us answer to all these questions by telling us how the jiva gatis happen after the leaving of body. Where do we go? Into same world? We will come with the same jivas, only clearing the debts. That only will happen. How the debts created, that history Bhagavan doesn't allow us to remember. Why? Because it will have other consequences. Funny. They are all unwanted. Anyway, so even a little of negative things done, body, mind, intellect, drushta and adrushta follow. Positive done, drushta and adrushta follow. So in that way, पॉजिटिव करते हुए अपने दुष्ट अदृष्ट पॉजिटिव फल को इकट्ठा करते रहना है, पल पल उसी में एक एक पल. मेक आवर लाइफ दैट वे, मोमेंट बाय मोमेंट divinized. Intense and deep meditations, if you can do, nothing like that. Intense and deep, high level of study of the Shastras, contemplations you do, वो तो ultimate high. If you can do it, you are recommended, you are appreciated for that. If not, छोटे छोटे जो भी है करते जाओ. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. That itself is a blessing. Ganesha has noted it. Or add faith to it, add Shraddha to it, add Ekagrata to it, add emotion to it. और वो फिर सोने पे सुहागा, है ना? एनीथिंग इन लाइफ है ना, तो बटर मिल्क जो उसको छिल क्या कहते हैं ना, चर्न करके पी रहे हो। हाँ, उसमें थोड़ा नमक डालो, मज़ा आएगा। उसमें थोड़ा पेपर डालो और मज़ा आएगा। सेंधा नमक है तो और मज़ा आएगा। थोड़ा धनिया पत्ता करके डालो और मज़ा आएगा उसमें। कुछ हींग भी डालो, इट्स गुड फॉर स्टमक। हाउ मेनी थिंग्स यू कैन इम्प्रूव अपॉन? एवरीथिंग इन द वर्ल्ड। एज़ वी डू इन व्यवहार। आलू उबाल के खाया तो उसको क्या-क्या नहीं बना सकते हैं। So too, the sadhanas can be beautified with bhaktis, with shraddhas, with ekagratas. सडनली बैठ गए, 1 मिनट आंख बंद कर ली, श्री रामा शरणम मम, श्री कृष्णा शरणम मम, श्री शंभो शरणम मम, श्री माता शरणम मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणम मम, माम रक्ष रक्ष। दिस मच यू डू, oh, it has beautiful result. On the whole, leave not the mind free, it will go for laziness or it will go for grazing. Instead of grazing the wrong things. Instead of that, just छोटे छोटे भी करते रहो। With this Shraddha, है ना, tasya upavyakyanam, that it will have the immediate result of Drushtaphala and the Adrushtaphala in so many ways. Walking करने के time, some mantra उच्चारण, some prayer to the Lord, some temple which you have visited, some that darshana you had, याद करो उसका। तो इस तरह से अपने आप को पॉजिटिव मार्ग में रखना। व्यावहारिक थिंग्स आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू बिकॉज एनीवे यू डू दैट, माय जॉब इज व्यवहारिक में थोड़ा किसी को एक मुस्कुराहट के साथ उनका दुख दूर करो, या उनको कुछ एक एडवाइस दे दो, या कुछ हेल्प करो। आप मैं बोलूँ तो यू एनीवे फंसे हो उसी में, उसी में फंसे रहते हो। माय जॉब इज नॉट दैट, देयर आर मेनी पीपल टू गाइड यू इन दैट। माय जॉब इज टू टेल यू स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स ओनली। वो भी कहना है, बट कहते हैं बीच बीच में आ ही जाते हो टॉपिक। इवनिंग रामायण में तो नवदा भक्ति में आएगा वो भी बात कल आज। सो इवन इन द वर्ल्ड आल्सो काइंड जेस्चर्स, एज आई टोल्ड यू, इंक्वायरिंग यू अबाउट सर्वेंट कैसे हो, है ना, गिविंग हिम सम एक्स्ट्रा टिप फॉर जस्ट नो रीजन। अरे मेरे मन में आए रे, यू टेक दिस 500, गेट ए गुड पैंट शर्ट। He was thinking from 6 months to save 10 rupees to buy a pant. You don't know that. Suddenly you give 500. उसको तो ये उछलेगा वो. He will be so happy. For them, those small things matter a lot. फंड पर 500 क्या है, ये नहीं, एक होटल में जाओ तो 5,000 खर्च करके आते हो आजकल, है ना। एंड दीज थिंग्स डोंट टेक लाइटली। स्वामी जी लोग ऐसे ही रहते हैं, बस कितने भी मदद करो फायदा नहीं है। नो नो, आई वांट टू एंजॉय माय मनी फॉर माई सेल्फ। नो, then you are carried away by the so-called superficial speakers of the world. You have not become deep. You have not studied Shastra. You have not understood Karma Siddhanta. You have not understood the evolutionary life. Evolution means catering to the need of the total world. I should live only for the world. That is the highest evolution. What is God? God lives for everyone, not for him. That is the meaning of godliness. हाँ, नेकी करते जाना है हमको वर्ल्ड में, छोटे छोटे बड़े बड़े। बी इन दैट मूड ऑलवेज, मूड ऑफ हाउ आई कैन सर्व द वर्ल्ड। व्यवहारिक बात, स्पिरिचुअलिटी में मूड ऑफ हाउ आई एम ट्यून टू द डिवाइन, हाउ आई कैन ड्यू। करते रहो, और एज आई टोल्ड यू, दृष्ट एंड अदृष्ट फल विल बी देयर। हैविंग फेथ because of these two, keep doing it. Don't worry much about the result, and if bigger things cannot be done, don't get frustrated. दुखी मत होना, बस जितना हो रहा है करते रहो in a good mood, happy. Like this class we have done, 7 things we have done. It will have its own wonderful, powerful consequence. Future wala, drishta wala. Drishta wala is whenever we tune to our shastras, our gurus, our kj. And you and I are lucky that not too many obligations that we have to run hither and thither. They are there. That also God's kindness. That हमको इतना busy नहीं रखा कि you can't sit for study 1.5 hours. लकी है, मैं तो ये लकी मानता हूँ, भगवान ने मुझे इतना बेरोजगार बनाया कि आई कैन सिट एंड डू माई स्टडी इन शास्त्र। कुछ भी करने की जरूरत नहीं, नो ऑब्लिगेशन, नो टेंशन, नो वरी एट ऑल। मैं खुश, भगवान को तो ऐसे ही रखो। शास्त्र श्रवण अध्ययनम अध्यापनम शास्त्र चिंतनम तत्व चिंतनम, लेट मी रेवल इन इट टिल द गोल इज रिच। मस्त है ना? Otherwise, in this world, tired and fatigued and exhausted and depressed and bruised, what you call, wounded and cheated and humiliated and insulted. काय है इस दुनिया में? If you go to दुनिया only to serve, otherwise do your sadhana. ठीक है? ओम पूर्णमद. All the things are done. Thank you. गीता.